of light. I'm sorry I'm running late. Let's see what the new, oh, let's retouch. They still haven't given us new filters. Hi, Jada Kate. How are you? I was just thinking tonight, maybe I should do a Saturday for Kate. Hi, Carly. How are you? What are you guys up to? I woke up 30 minutes ago and can't go back to sleep. Oh, well, you need a little reading? Wonder what deck I should use tonight. What for my tarot? Well, I have this one nearby. But, oh yeah, I also have Angel one. Kind of like that one. Thank you, Carly. Can I get y'all something? Before everybody else comes, I can do a couple freebies or whatever you want. Well, I do have the charms. I have this one for $5 where you it's just like for 2025 charms for every month of the year next year. So before hurry up. Oh. So Carly, what's your question? Kate, what's your question? Yeah, it's been a long time. I'm trying to remember the last time. Well, you can donate through the super chat or a super sticker, or look at the description box and you can donate through Cashapp or PayPal. I actually have Venmo now too. But I don't think I have that. I didn't write that one down. I should put that on my lives. Don't think, maybe. Yeah, I don't think I have done that one yet. I think that one is also $ Cherry Enchantress though. But if you need a freebie, that's okay too. Just let me know and ask your question. Let me see. Hey Cheryl, how are you? Okay, Kate. Well, I wanted to ask how best to handle dealing with my cousin through this holiday season. She's being a bully and I don't like it, but I don't know whether to address it or be the bigger person. I see what you're saying. Let's find out because there is a right approach, and I've been wondering that too, like especially with politics, like when it came to Thanksgiving, I was going to be with people that had voted differently than me. And I didn't know how to be, how that would play out. But the advice that I heard before that day was, focus on the joy, the kindness, the camaraderie, and don't think about it. And I did do that. And the people were wonderful. The food was wonderful. Nobody talked anything except about good things and life and happy stuff. And mostly hung with my other, my part of the family, and it turned out really nice. And then was wondering the same thing for Christmas because there was going to be maybe two different opinions there. And funny enough, the two people who I thought might have got into it did not. They actually got along very well. They had very similar backgrounds, except it's so weird how you can both two people come from the country, but go split in different directions in your belief system. Even if they're both Christian Catholics, they still went in different directions. It's so funny. I was fascinated by that. But they never did talk about politics. They talked about growing up and where they were from, and they talked about being Catholic and schools and all of that, and so much they had in common, but it never did get to politics. Only 1 second that my aunt, or not really my aunt, she was about to say something, and then the moment passed and it was ignored, and we went, we moved on to games and whatever. So I just feel like in both instances it was not about, there's sort of like raising the level above a certain plane, above a certain material plane. And so that's how I felt like I was in this timeline, whatever, that it didn't really exist. It didn't really matter. We were on a different plane together. So that's kind of how I felt. But I will look into, thank you, Cheryl. I will look into that question for you. So let me write down Cheryl's. Okay. So let me ask for Kate's, and then we'll get to yours, Cheryl. So how to handle dealing with your cousin through the holiday. Now, a bully is a whole different thing. Bully is definitely bad behavior. She's being a bully, don't like it. Okay, so sometimes it's hard to know to call her out or to let it slide. So let's see. I mean, and generally speaking, we would say, stand up for your boundaries or whatever, but at the same time, it can be complicated a little bit. It takes a little more finesse, I guess. Okay, so let's see what the angels want to say. You have 9 of fire. Okay, this is a really good one. The 9 of fire is the wounded warrior, and it's almost like she don't want to take it. She's tough and resilient. And there feels a little bit of energy of pushback here, like wanting to push back, right? Wanting to stand up, wanting to say something. This is saying that you have created many wonderful and amazing things. There are relationships you treasure and accomplishments that you're proud of, as well as the place you call home. It's only natural that you want to protect them. Rest assured that you are always being lovingly watched over by your guardian angels. If you have any worries, you can also ask Archangel Michael for protection. You are completely safe. This can also indicate that certain things mean, if it means a lot to you, it might be something that you're supposed to speak up about. So, especially if it's outside of yourself. I understand, like, if it's just about you, you may be willing to not. But if, say, somebody's bullying your best friend or your sister, then you want to speak out because it's another person. So, if you're feeling a kind of this activism energy, this speaking out for somebody else or somebody less fortunate or somebody innocent or somebody that's different. I think the angels are encouraging you to speak out for, on their behalf. Like, but if it's just about you, we'll see. But if it's something if it's something that you're speaking out against, that if you feel strongly about, I feel like the angels are saying be your authentic self, and you don't have to dim to fit in. So that's kind of the energy I'm getting a little bit here. If you feel strongly about it, take clues from the angels directing you to where you should lend your energy. It's not always about being combative, though. So kind of ask Archangel Michael for some guidance, and Michael will show you the way. Also, if you feel unsafe, as though someone or something you love is in danger, call upon the angels. They are there night and day to help you stand guard against all threats. And this is also representing your physical and emotional strength and your persistence. So it's kind of strong. It's kind of heavy. All right, let me keep going. Ooh, you got renewal. Renewal is the judgment card. Yeah. And you have the 3 of fire, which was upside down, so it's kind of interesting. But goals, expansion, vision. And you have the 5 of air, mistakes, melodrama, reassessment. So if this person is like this, if this person is the kind of the cheater, or the person who is breaking some rules or something like that, or who's adding too much drama to the situation. Also, this could be a feeling like you might not want to add drama, right, by saying something, and that's totally understandable. And the judgment too, it's almost like there could be this feeling from you where, I like this card, where you are you maybe like, I felt this before myself. So where you may feel like, am I one to judge, or God or higher beings, or the being is the one to judge. Karma is the will take care of the matter, and should I be the one to be the one to judge this. So there could be that. You could be evaluating yourself or thinking of that, but maybe they will come upon their own self-evaluation. So it's a very important moment in your life. This is kind of like a calling. This is who you are, and who do you want to be. Resist the temptation to focus on sad reflections about the past. This should be a moment of personal power and optimism. Let go of conventional thinking. Dance to the beat of your own drummer. Break free of old habits, and don't allow yourself to be held back by anyone else's opinions or viewpoints. This is your time to choose the direction of the rest of your life. So that's with these two together, it's kind of leaning more towards speak up for yourself or speak up for anybody who needs your help. And okay, so what are you saying? Jada Kate says, well, it's me, but I've always been bullied my entire life. Home was always my safe space, but now my family is bullying as well, and it's not exactly fun. I almost didn't want to go to a Christmas party because of it. Yes, she likes to provoke people, and then you react to the abuse, and then you get labeled the crazy one. Uh-huh. Yeah. I was feeling that energy too. Or at least, like you're judging or it's your fault, and often people who are bullies will also gaslight, or turn the narrative back around and put the focus on you, like you're ultra sensitive or you're making too much about it or something stupid like that. I Kate, aren't you a Scorpio? Do I remember that correctly? And if so, then yeah. And Cheryl is very wise. Listen to Cheryl. So this card is a Scorpio card as well. And so because your sign came out, your card came out, I feel like this is a very important message. So the angels are saying this. Ask us for help in bringing clarity about your place in the world. Oh, excuse me. Embrace the epiphanies that come from contemplation and meditation so you can make choices that celebrate who you truly are. It's so interesting because I haven't listened to Eckhart Tolle that much recently, but I remember when I listened to one of his advices or whatever, and basically it had to do with when you having a conversation with somebody who is toxic or low vibration or whatever, how do you not let yourself get triggered, and how do you speak to a person like that in the first place? And what do you do? Do you walk away or do you try to speak to somebody like that? And he was trying to give a lot of advice about how to be in presence without getting triggered, without letting a person like that bother you, mess with you, get under your skin. So think about it this way. Kate. All right. So what is there? So you kind of almost, you have to become your own angel. You are you have your ego and then you have your angel that observes. So if you can, like count to 10 or whatever, and then pull out and observe. If you know what the person's trying to say, what the person is saying is trying to make you, they're purposely trying to push some buttons to see, they're manipulating you, they're purposely pushing buttons to see what you will say, to trigger you to say something, then of course, being a Scorpio, we won't have that because we won't let anybody else manipulate us, right? So in that regard, the best revenge would be to be placid, to be calm, to let it roll over off your shoulders. You're not feeding into their energy to antagonize you, so they can watch you squirm or give them some satisfaction by reacting a certain way. You're being the, like you said yourself, you're being the eagle. You're flying above the situation. I remember that was some good advice I got once when I was younger. This lady said, whenever you're in a kind of a circumstance like that, she says, rise above the occasion. And I often have done that. I see myself as an eagle flying above it and not like being sucked into the drama of it. So rise above the occasion. I feel like you can be both. You can rise above the occasion and also keep your own boundaries and you still be authentic to yourself, because when you rise above the occasion, you're being the eagle, you're still being the Scorpio. The Three of Fire is good too, because I feel like maybe this could be a place where you can go in your mind when something like this happens. You can think of, what am I going to have for dinner tonight? Or what's going to happen tomorrow? Or tomorrow's another day and this too shall pass kind of energy. You can, like, you can envision something like a different world around you so you can get through certain moments. I mean, you don't even have to engage if you don't want to, but if it's important to you or important to other people in your family that you're around, then that's okay. Then, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But anyway, I feel like, so this Five of Air feels like the person that wants to antagonize you. Let's find out what she's doing. So but also within this energy, because sometimes these things happen on purpose, and oftentimes we do that. The same thing. The thing happens where after we've had a moment, like I've had this happen to me so many times. I'll get triggered. I'll behave or say something that I probably shouldn't have. And then, minutes or an hour later, I'll look back and like, dang it, I shouldn't have said that. Why did I do that? Why was I triggered? And it's kind of like a learning experience, What about what they said triggered me or made me react that way? So think about it that way too. Like, what is it about this bullying, the things she says or does it? I already know one thing is because it's something that's happened your whole life, so it's kind of part of an identity that's like a wound, right? A wound, a childhood wound. And 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 whenever somebody brings up something that reminds you of your childhood wound, then you feel it again, right? And it hurts again. So, and I feel like it's maybe so they don't even hurt you. You don't even think about yourself as a victim. You don't think of yourself as a wounded person. You think of yourself as a damn, I don't know, goddess, eagle, being, whatever. Like, think of yourself as amazing and powerful, and see them as sad for having to belittle you to make themselves feel better or whatever. They're the sad ones that have to do that, right? So I feel like you got angels around you, but specifically this angel, Archangel Michael, is really here to help you. Archangel Michael is the angel of battle and war and fighting. And he can help you with anything, but especially this bullying thing. I think that pisses him off specifically. I think he really wants to be there for you when this happens, but it is also a lesson, right? It's something that you're learning about yourself as you go through these moments with this bullying energy. So stay positive. Okay, this is very difficult, but I know it may seem like a challenge, but the key to success is to stand up for what you know is right. Stay positive in your interactions with others, and a peaceful resolution will be found. Make a personal choice to avoid drama created by those around you. It doesn't serve you, and you don't have to be part of it. If you're feeling at odds with yourself, then gift yourself a little peaceful, quiet time. If you find yourself being challenged, stand back and take a moment to review the situation objectively. And that's exactly what I was saying. Like, become the eagle and fly above the situation, rise above it, observe it instead of being like an interacting with it, you're observing it. So when you observe it, it doesn't feel the same way. It's almost as if your emotions aren't tied into it, and now you are analyzing it with your in a more in a mental way, in a way that, or in a spiritual way, or whatever way you want to look at it, but where it's kind of giving you distance from the situation, and you're not feeling it the same way. It's almost like outer body experience, or how like I don't know, like in different places, when people are being uh, given pain somehow, physical pain, like hurt somehow, they go out of their body so they don't feel it anymore. So it's kind of something like that. So if you find yourself being challenged, take a objective position. Is this really a problem with another person? Not necessarily. Or are you experiencing a reflection of your own inner struggles? And I think it's just a reminder of your wound. That's what it is, you know? The universe is providing you with an opportunity. I know the person probably is a jerk that does it, but really most of it is a wound, right? It's like my daughter who's a Aquarius, and Aquarians are known to be very cool and calm on the outside, and maybe a lot of, they're a lot of times they're teased or told that they're cold or unfeeling or they don't have any emotions and stuff, and that's really mean, but my daughter is the sweetest, most loving person, and she has true, deep, loving feelings and good feelings. I mean, she's just a very sweet feeling person, but she is kind of cool and composed on the surface. And anybody like mentions that or brings that up, it does trigger those wounds that and even if it's something very minor, like to you, like if you heard it, maybe you wouldn't think it was anything, but if she hears it and it really hurts her, so so maybe looking at it from a different way, as if it's not happening to you, right? It's just some words, and these people are just ignorant, basically. So Kate says, yeah, I only have to see her at the holidays because I don't see her anymore and I don't go to my sister's house anymore. And there you go. You decide for yourself if you're going to tolerate her or not, and if you are, then you have your tools at hand, right? You have your armor ready. You have your ability to, you don't have to physically run away or escape. You spiritually rise up, you know? Um so but the universe is going to help you, because I feel like you're already calling for help just by talking to me about it. Now you sent the signal out to the universe. Hey, can you help me in this situation? If I get in you know, in this kind of energy that I feel bullied and I feel like I need to protect myself, is there something you can do for me, universe, in these moments? And universe will make it easier for you. They may make it so easy the person might not even show up. They make it so easy that you're called to a different part of the house where playing with the kids or something like that, that makes life easier for you than you expected it to be. And that kind of what happened to me in both of the holiday situations with me. Everything got diverted in a way that I was in scenes and scenarios with people that I wanted to be around, and it was easy and it was comfortable, So, yeah, so the angels are saying, we understand the emotions that can be generated when you're feeling challenged by circumstances or other people. Remember, we can help ease the tensions by talking to the guardian angels of anyone who you're experiencing conflict with. We want to help. So you can do this ahead of time too, like, even though she's annoying, she also has angels. You can ask your angels, say, hey, can you go talk to her angels and tell her angels to to talk to her, or tell her to chill out, or like, this is this is not right. This is not good. I feel bullied or whatever. And her angels might find a way to create a diversion for you. You just never know, because angels are good. Angels are always good. Whoever they're protecting, the angels are good. The person may have their issues, but the angels are good. So angels will always want to make peace and the right thing happen for everyone involved. So I feel like it's going to turn out okay. Let's see what the outcome might be. You got the King of Fire. Oh, that could be Michael. Inspirational, charismatic, innovative. Oh, you could have a hero swoop down and say, Kate, can I have a walk with you? What a lovely day or whatever. I don't know. It's probably not going to be lovely, but there could be somebody swoops in out of, kind of a surprise situation, like, oh, where'd you come from? And there you are, somebody else, somebody different to talk to, or somebody that defends you even. That could be nice. I would love it if you got picked on, or no, I don't want you to get picked on, but if something starts to happen and somebody chimes in like, hey, you need to cut that out. Something like that, like somebody else speaks up for you. So that would be nice too. See, your dad, the Leo, there you go. Your dad's gonna come through. There's angelic protective energy, and then there you go, your dad. Your dad is gonna speak up for you, and he's not gonna let anybody mess with you. And he may say something that surprises you to end it, just to cut, like, cap their knees, whatever, make them stop. Let's see if there's anything else that we need to know. Let's go with a little Lenormand. He literally has a walking stick. Aww. And there's me, Cherry Tree. You need anything, you can just call on me, and I'll send my angels too. Like, my angels are really strong. They're very powerful. It's like, go help Kate. Okay. Ooh, you got the dog. So I don't know if you see your dad as your, this is loyal energy, best friends, soulmates, companions. This could be let's walk the dog. This could be the dog runs in and causes a disruption before anybody could even say anything. Or the dog jumps on her and knocks her into a puddle. And no, I'm just kidding. But like, I feel like something happy will transpire because the dog is very sweet and happy. He represents love and loyalty and joy and stuff. And so if you feel like, if you feel your connection with your dad is kind of like, y'all are like not just family, but your soul family too, like your souls are very connected, then that could represent him. Oh, Gonzo, yes. And so Gonzo comes in and makes a big mess or something and causes no, I'm not gonna wish on that, but you know what I'm saying, like it's something Gonzo does is so cute or something. I don't know, but anyway, he's very love energy. Gonzo is also very protective of you, so just so you know, you say your family is getting that way, but I'm just saying, not all of your family. Your dad and the dog, they're on your side. So you already got a little army going there. And then you got Archangel Michael, like you're set. You got wings. There's all these wings here too. Anything else what you need to know? Ooh, you getting a letter. Also, this kind of makes me feel like cell phone, or looking at messages and things like that on your phone. There could be somebody saying something nice to you on your phone, that at the right moment where you needed a little bit of a boost or a little help, and you hear, and somebody's typing to you like, "Hey Kate, you're an awesome friend. I love you so much. I really want to hang out with you." Right at the moment, somebody might be saying something not too nice to you. This exact scenario happened to me. Like, somebody was so mean to me one time. They were emailing me saying all this nasty, terrible stuff. But right when that was happening to me, I was feeding Pumpkin a bottle. She was so tiny and little, and her big old eyes looking up at me like she trusted me and loved me with her whole heart. I mean, like, that to me was, even if I didn't know it already about myself, that I'm a good person and that I'm none of those things that terrible person said about me, but I was I had the double proof with my cat looking at me like, No, Mom, you saved me and you're feeding me right now. You are the best person in the world in my eyes. So whatever that other person says, it doesn't really matter, right? So it's kind of like it could be kind of some kind of a vibe like that, you know? Like in that moment, you're going to be able to see everything. You're going to see yourself as wonderful. You're going to see that person as sad and petty, and they can't help, you know, they just do what they do, but that it's not about you, right? And then we have the fish, which is good. Fish is good. Oh, and the house. Oh, look at that. So your house is going to feel comfortable. The home, the place that you're going to be at is going to feel comfortable. And the fish is saying that you are actually, it's actually the reverse. People are going to see you as recognized and accomplished and stuff, proud of you. Like your dad's gonna talk about how proud of you he is to everybody. I feel like other people may be chiming in too about how proud of of you they are. So really, there's people on your side. It's not gonna go the way you think it's gonna go. There's actually a lot of loving support happening. All the cards say that there's only one person who's a little, you know, she's got her issues, but she's not going to be able to penetrate this wall of love that's around you. It's very cozy and happy and protective. So I don't feel like it's anything you really have to worry about. And if it's something you feel you got to get through, you know, for just for holiday purposes, then do that and, you know, be your highest eagle self and everything's going to go fine. I think. I think so. Oh, and Gabriel's here too. Archangel Gabriel and Michael. Those are your two main angels that you can call upon. And anybody else, any other angels who can converse with, you know, the other angels involved. And it's real easy to talk to the angels. All you have to do, you don't even have to say anything out loud. You can just think it in your head. Just think to yourself, "Hey angels, can you go talk to other angels and make sure that everything is peaceful and I'm, you know, I feel happy and comfortable at this holiday event or whatever." You know, whatever you want to say, you just say it in your head to the angels and they'll give you exactly what you want. I promise you. You're welcome, Kate. All right. Well, good luck with that. I hope it turns out nice. And I hope you get to get a little rest before you officially begin your day. Yes, I also was drawn to a purple outfit at Christmas. Also, Zadkiel, forgiveness, tolerance, and compassion was with me. Awesome. All right, it's good to know your angels, so very nice. Zadkiel, he's a good one. I like Metatron myself. He's pretty cool. Okay, good, Cheryl, good. Yeah. I know, and me too. Me too. I thankfully am over the hump now, but I was a little worried about Sarah Kay. Like my sister told me there's some people that were going to be at the Christmas that I didn't expect. And I'm like, "Oh no." And it's not that Sarah Kay bullies me, but she has called me out before, she said a hurtful thing to me once. But and actually she was really good, different. She was totally different. She was praising it's the exact same thing that your reading said, Kate. She was actually praising my artwork and she was saying, you know, I hope that she wasn't saying this directly to my face because she's kind of blind. She was talking to my mom who was sitting next to her, and she's like, "Oh, I want Jean to have, you know, like I want her to win, you know, to get you know, lots of money and be really famous for all this amazing work she does." I'm like, "Okay, I claim that." Yeah, I like that. So I was like very kind of flabbergasted that she said that, but I was so happy, you know? And so yeah, so I also had a similar experience where I was a little worried. It wasn't so much bullying, but like sometimes when you have older people involved, you don't know what to do. It's like set in their ways, and you sort of forgive them for being old or whatever and not always saying appropriate things. But at the same time, it's like, can I just please stand up for myself, even if it's this person? But anyway. Oh, and Uriel. I like Uriel too. And Ariel. Yeah, I usually ask Uriel for advice, but he wants me to be more ruthless. That's good. That's good. Well, I don't think you're gonna have to be ruthless. I think it's gonna turn different. It's gonna be real different. It's gonna be sweeter than you expected. And I also thought that we might do karaoke or play games or something, but it ended a lot earlier, which was not bad for me. It's like we ate, we played game. We did White Elephant. I mean, we were active. We were so active we didn't have a chance to talk. So we did White Elephant, we did the cellophane game. We we exchanged gifts and that was it. And we were out of there. So it was nice. It was nice and comfortable and fast. And my poor sister was exhausted. She was the hostess and she didn't get much sleep. So she kind of needed the sleep. So I was glad for her that we were all on the way out early enough so she could rest the rest of the day. All right. All right. So Cheryl. Okay, good. Well, I wish you could sleep a little more, but I understand. I hope you have a great day and have a cup of coffee on me. All right, let's see. Messages from your guides for January. And I'm like so behind on my reading. Well, not behind. I was going to do, it's just like these days just go by so fast, but I was going to do one of my 2025 readings today and I didn't, but I'm going to do it tomorrow. I did other things today. And my daughter came over and we chilled together, which I always like that. That's way more important. Okay, all right. So all the questions running in your head. Let's see what Spirit wants to focus on. What does Spirit specifically want to focus on with you? Alrighty. Spirit, what do you want to talk to Cheryl about? Anything specific she needs to know or anything general she needs to know? That quality time, yeah, it is nice. Oh, that one flipped out good. So you got Ace of Fire. So opportunity, creativity, and action. I feel like so sometimes we're in a moment where we have to decide act, do I act or do I stay passive? And the yin or the yang. Is today a yin day or a yang day? Is this next energy coming up an action energy or is it a layback energy? And I feel like your energy the next phase or what you need to lean into is the action, which is perfect for you because it could be about gym and physical fitness and all of that. So let's see what the Ace of Fire says. So this ace is the beginning of action. Okay, so I'm hearing there is a new moon on the 30th, and that is a specifically good new moon to start things with. It has a lot of discipline behind it. So, sometimes when we start things, we're not really fully prepared to be committed to this new thing, but the 30th, you will be fully able to be committed to something. So So that's a good time to begin something. Um, it is where you are newly inspired to create something original or go after a dream. New and exciting career opportunities often show up with the Ace of Fire. You may suddenly decide that you're going to learn to paint, which you're doing, or take up a musical instrument. There's no procrastinating allowed with this card. You must allow your inspirations and passions to take wing. You're being encouraged to spring into action. If you're offered a wonderful new venture, don't hesitate to accept. This is the moment when you can take a leap forward and change your life. So the angels are saying, here we go. This is a moment. This is the moment you've been waiting for. Put all of your heart and passion into this new beginning and remember that we are standing by to help in any way you desire. This could be a new business, a new adventure, some kind of change in your career or the direction that you've been going in. This is about having courage and enthusiasm, believing in yourself and your abilities. And I'm really getting, hey Paola, I'm really getting painting energy from this one. So I'm thinking that that spirit wants to talk to you about your art. And so let's see what they want to say about it. Like, do they want you to sell it? Is there an opportunity coming in? What else do we need to know about your artwork? Is there anybody you need to talk to? Is there somebody coming through that's going to buy something or offer like to have a gallery for you or something like that? Like, that feels like something having to do with your artwork. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, see, yes. Ooh, somebody with money. A patron of sorts. This person wants to put some money in, buy your paintings, you know, some kind of a... Okay, let me see. What does he want to do? He wants to be a benefactor. He wants to be a patron. He wants to be a investor. He could be an art dealer. He could be somebody who has a gallery. He could be, I'm also hearing like doctor, lawyer, like a professional man who, it's kind of a funny episode in How I Met Your Mother. Lily starts painting, and her paintings are nice and everything, but she doesn't really get a genre. She doesn't really get much interest in her paintings and then she gets frustrated and she throws her painting in the trash or something like that, or some, I can't remember the exact thing that happens. And then somebody finds the painting and hangs it up in their it's a doctor, a veterinarian, hangs it up in his office, and it's like totally calms the dogs. The dogs look at it and they feel at ease or whatever. Really? Oh my gosh. And so basically the moral of that story is what you think might be trash is somebody else's treasure. And what you think may not be worthy or useful or helpful to anybody is actually more helpful than you realize. Like, so something about your paintings is soothing, or I don't know who looking at it will benefit by looking at it. Like, it, art is in the eye of the beholder, right? So there's a certain beholder that is appealed to it, like likes it, wants it, needs that, it does something for him or them or whatever, kind of like that episode with and I don't mean to like refer to dogs or anything in a way to diminish the whole scenario that I'm talking about. I'm just saying that sometimes our perceptions of our work is not always the true perception. Yeah, so let's see what else the spirit wants to say. It's worthy, basically. It's valuable. It's valuable. Look at you. Success, recognition, self-esteem. So I feel like what somebody does, like somebody's gonna pay you like big money for it, and you're gonna feel like, wow, like is it really like that valuable? And he's like, yes, of course it is. It's like, and I want more of these or something like that. I feel like you're gonna get some kind of contract or some kind of special deal. And I know, Cheryl, I know that it's scary because you've had an experience before that kind of went south. But the reason why the Ace of Fire came out this time was saying this is act on it. Like you may have doubts about a person because of a past situation, but this time this is not fake. This is for real. So do lean into your excitement and do, act upon this. Let's see what else. Yeah, strength. Be courageous, okay? Like, I know it's tricky, but Spirit is saying lean into it, like say yes. And be courageous. Okay, let's go to my Lenormand, see what else. Ooh, oh, there you go with a book too. Oh my goodness. It's a combination of things. So your creativity in your book and your creativity with your artwork. I feel like Spirit's just basically saying you're you're still in the right direction, completely and 100% on your life path, right direction. But looks like an opportunity's coming up, but this time it's the real deal and you can say yes without fear. I know there's always going to be a little fear, but go for it. It's like go for it. Ooh, coexist the cross. I'm feeling too like you're reaching a lot of people. So this could have to do with belief systems. There's so many belief systems out there. There's so many ways of looking at things too, right? There's so many ways of looking at the same thing. It's like it's religion in a way is an eye of the beholder as well, or the eye of the feeler or the eye of the faith or whatever. It's like I remember there was a lady at work that was Jehovah's Witness, and she had a profound personal moment. It was after divorce and everything, and she felt hopeless, and everything kind of came into place. And it was this particular religion that saved her from her despair. And so I can understand why she liked it so much because it was a personal connection to it. But, it didn't make me want to be this, because I saw it differently. The I saw the smoke and mirror aspect of it. I was skeptical, but she saw a certain truth to it, and we couldn't see the same thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just what bothered me most about her is that she was kept saying that I was wrong or that's wrong and this is right. She was sort of being absolutist about it. And I'm like, no, there's no absolute to anything really. Like there's so many shades of gray in everything, so keep searching, keep looking, you don't have to be all or nothing or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, I don't know why I'm going off on that tangent, but I'm just saying there's like, just realize there's so many different viewpoints out there about lots of different things. I feel like too, like Nikki, Nikki to you, is a beautiful blessing in your life. You know, he's your son, he's your child, he's so beautiful and important and superhero, you know, he's your superhero. But at the same time, he's a, you know, it's been a lot of work for you and you know it has been a lot of work. And so you're able to deal with both energies at the same time. You know, this feeling like it's so much work, but at the same time, such a big blessing. And that's what the cross represents as well. And so, you know, moms, all moms, I think, kind of know this, but especially moms with, you know, kids that have this, who have, you know, special cases to them. And like, I feel like all of his achievements are also your achievements too. I mean, you really feel his achievements. You're so excited. I think too, you're having your own personal achievements, but I think you're also excited about things that's happening with him as well. There's some going to be some really good positive things about what he does too, and it's going to make you feel really proud. Like you're always proud of him, but but I feel like, yeah. And he thrives on that. Like I got so much goosebumps. Like he just, when you say exciting stuff about him, it just fills his heart up so much. He loves that so much. All right, you got the stars too. Ooh, this is like a real magical moment, a serendipitous event. All your hopes and dreams coming true. Whatever you wish for, you can wish on any star for anything that you want. I think Spirit's saying right now, a lot is that's right is going in your direction. So whenever you have a moment where you're thinking you need a little clarity or you want to go in a certain direction, they're just asking you to wish it. Make a wish on a star, or send a prayer to God or the angels or whatever. And this is also clarity, and you know, it's like knowing exactly what you need to do at the right moment. So feels really good too, because when this opportunity comes in, it's going to feel a little scary and you're going to wonder if you're going to be able to make a clear intuitive decision, and the stars are saying absolutely yes. No, don't be afraid. This is also like manifested timing. The divine time is coming very close for something very impactful and meaningful to you. So I'm feeling really big, happy, tingly vibes all over for you here. Let's see. Okay, Sherry, we'll see. Yeah, probably. Let's get one more message here. I know, they're so nice. Also getting kind of a Hanukkah message here, like maybe by the end of Hanukkah something's going to happen, because I know Hanukkah is 8 days, right? I don't know much about it, but it started on Christmas, and there's you know, several days of Hanukkah, and also because we have the new moon where you begin things on the 30th. So I think between now and the end of the year, a lot of stuff is happening. Good things are happening. So that's my timing addition to this. Ooh, what is that one? That's pretty. You got raw morganite. That's a pretty stone. I don't think I've ever gotten that one before. I don't use these too much, so it's nice to use a deck that I just don't use that much. I like to And also, it's nice to get stones. I used to, I subscribe to that Goddess Provisions box, and I loved all the treats that I got myself every month, but I had to slow down on that one. So the Morganite is sensitivity, gentleness, empathy, and compassion, the gift of vulnerability and self-forgiveness. It's okay to be you and be soft sometimes. You're a fighter and you're strong, you're powerful, but you're also feminine and female and soft and sensitive. So no matter how hard the rock, over time, water can alter it, making a path where there was none before. This crystal is a sign that this is a time for you to embrace your sensitivity and gentleness. There's no need to be forceful when you can simply be open to what you're entitled to receive. See? So this is an amazing blend of action and reception. The action that you definitely should take by saying yes and meeting the opportunities and jumping in, you know, feet first or whatever, but at the same time, without resistance, with open hands, open arms, open heart, with the vulnerability, with the trust. So allow yourself to be vulnerable as this crystal spirit appears in raw, unpolished form, with also self confidence that you deserve it. Spirit is saying that you are okay, like God is saying you're a child, his child, a child of God, and you deserve the abundance, all the abundance. There's no shortage of abundance, and you deserve it just as much as anybody else. And so find strength in knowing that you don't have to engage in battles to serve, that you can just open your hands and receive right now. You won't have to fight so hard for this is going to come to you much, much easier than you expected. But there's been times where you've had to work really hard for things, or you've had to fight a battle. You had to push against negative people and negative energy. But like, say for example, I don't know how much you want me to say out loud, but let's say the aid situation and the person that's helping you. Instead, this time, that person, that's going to go easy, and you're going to find the angel that's going to help you. You know what I mean? But even though it's been a struggle in the past, it doesn't mean it's always going to be a struggle. Like this time, everything's falling into place. That's what I'm feeling here. Um, there's several messages, so I'm going to give you the relationship message, and for relationship, gentleness is important. Um, the people who are wounded may not appreciate you, so set healthy boundaries. For your compassion and kindness extends to yourself. Express the strength of vulnerability by being honest without oversharing, by letting others see that you are on a healing path so that they may be inspired too. So instead of like being, knowing somebody is toxic or not right for you, that's fine. You don't have to build like this big, you don't have to be like a shield maiden and put up your wall against them. You can you can you can still have your boundary and also be soft, so it's kind of like spirit saying do both, and you will attract the right person coming through, because if you put up that wall for everybody, then it's harder for the right person to come through. But there is that right person ready to come through. So for prosperity, it's like let that abundance flow. You can feel it. You'll use your intuition when you see things just lining up so easily and nicely. It's like, oh, that's what it feels like when there's not so much pushback, when it's not so much of a struggle. It all flows easy. So I think that's what's happening next for you, like an easy flow of things. And the only thing that can really get in the way of the easy flow is your own resistance, because of past situations. So do your best not to think about those things. And I know that's hard, because what else do we have to go on, right? It's like we're taught to learn from our mistakes, and so we try not to do the same thing that we did before, or we put up resistance, or we put a protective energy on us. But God is giving you that protective energy. There, it's already there. God is asking you to allow for vulnerability, and so kind of like turn in more into that I don't know how to express it exactly, but it's sort of like at the same time that you're absorbing the good, you're also blocking the bad. I feel like you can do both, and it doesn't seem to make sense. And, there may not be a right visual to explain it, but I think that's what's happening for you right now. There's something good coming. I mean, it's already kind of happened. As soon as that wrong person showed you that they were wrong, you were like, nope. And you turned around and, you're like, bye bye. But I don't think it's going to be that way this time. There's going to be good people coming out and helping you in all areas. In all areas. So, yeah, it's going to be easy. So, try to expect easy and know that, like, your life doesn't always have to be challenging circumstances because of that's what's always been presented to you. Like, there are going to be times where things happen easier, and this is one of those times. So, just imagine that, expect that. That's what's coming through. Do you trust me, Cheryl? Because you say that I'm spot on. I'm 100%, maybe not 100, but I'm like 98.9%. Trust me too. Trust yourself, trust in spirit. This is it. Okay? And relax and let it flow to you. You're winning. You're a winner. All right? You're welcome. I love it when you write to me and you'll say, Cherry, you were right. I want to be right about this so bad. So I'm waiting for you to say, Cherry, you were right. This is going to be the good stuff that comes in. I love you too. Alrighty. So who else wants a reading? Sherry, are you still here? I might take the night off. Take the rest of the night off. You guys have been ultra generous with me, so I can understand why you might need Friday night off. Also, like it's New Year's Eve weekend. It's party time. Time to go to the parties. Hey, Rainbow. I'm hot though. Like, why is it hot in here? Do I need to turn the AC on? God knew I needed you today. Oh, I'm glad. I felt it too. Like I needed you too. Can I send money through Cashapp? Of course you can. I love it. I love it. I can buy myself a coffee or something tomorrow. I'm still working on my leftovers, so I'm doing pretty good. I got money in the bank and leftovers in the fridge. Life is good. Hey, Divine Goddess, what's up? All right, it's the second wave. Oh yeah, and I put you off the last time, didn't I, Divine Goddess? So I owe you. That's fine, honey. Whatever you want. What is your question? Okay, I love it. I didn't even have coffee tonight. I'm so peppy. I kind of went bed late working on, but I finished my little baby. If you guys want to see my latest artwork, I posted it on Instagram. I'm like kind of happy about my little baby that I finished. Oh, I finished a baby, Rainbow. Huh. I can't wait to use it for you whenever I make my deck. I think what I'm probably going to do is it's going to take a while to make 72 cards. Is it 72, 78 cards of the tarot, but I'm definitely think I'm going to print out my major arcana and then use my major arcana while I'm working on the minor arcana. I think I'll probably do that. So we can get that energy going. It's kind of like most of my decks go through multiple stages. What are my brother's girlfriend's Tay-Tay intentions with him? Okay, let's find out. Is this that same girl? Were they about to get married? What is Tay-Tay's intentions with him? Let's see. Let's use my Lenormand. Tay-Tay. Tay-Tay's intention to Rainbow's brother. I didn't put any fire on tonight. It's a no fire night. I'm going to use water instead. It is the same girl. She's being really difficult with him, especially now that they have a kid together. Okay. We got the letter. She's gonna have a talk. They need to communicate better. Oh. Something secret. She's got a secret that she has to tell him about. Something having to do with this is, Snow White. And for everybody that sees Snow White, they think that she's passed away, but they don't have, the dwarves don't have the heart to put her in the ground, so they put her in a glass case. And then the prince comes and rescues her. Maybe she secretly wants, she wants him to treat her more like a princess, or she wants their relationship to go a little bit more like a fairy tale. She has like kind of like a secret longing to be treated like a princess or something like that. That's kind of what I'm getting. Let's see. Anything else? She's got this kind of like wanting to be rescued. Like she's trying to be the damsel. You know, like, um, good luck. Well, I feel like she doesn't have bad intentions. I don't think she has any bad intentions. I feel she may be pouting like a little girl, but she's doesn't have any bad intentions. So the letter is like contact, text messages, um, all kinds of communications in all kinds of ways. So that's kind of giving me, oh, maybe, maybe she stumbled upon a text message or a, DM that he gave somebody else and she's been keeping it to herself. Or maybe she wishes that even though they're together, and they're have a child together, that he still wooed her, he still, like, maybe she wishes that he still, was courting her and not just taking her for granted. I think that's kind of, and I'm not saying anything bad about your brother, just that's just sort of naturally what happens a lot, when people are together, especially if they live together and stuff, especially if their lives are busy. Sometimes people feel taken for granted, or she could be just a little bit of a tad bit drama queen and want a little more attention. Um, the book is books or documents or paperwork or education or mysteries or secrets or studying or writing or story or fairy tale. And so that's why I kind of came up with this sort of like her secret desire is this fairy tale, like wanting to be wooed and wanting him to treat her differently. She she didn't have any bad intentions to him, but she's just acting like sort of a spoiled girl, like she wants him to be, um treat her, give her lots more attention or something. Also, this could be too, like, whenever she could be, there's times where she's not feeling well or she has their period or something like that. She wants him to be nice to her, like a little bit nicer to her during those times. She's kind of like whining and complaining about things. That's all I see, really. I don't see anything big or bad happening. And and then the clover. I think things are going to get a little bit easier as time progresses, or they'll see more eye to eye on things, because this is about, being carefree and happy and easygoing and successful and serendipity and optimistic. And I feel like their cure will be, finding the humor in things. Like, so laughing about things will make it feel a little bit better. So yeah, I don't think it's anything super serious here. But let me double check with the kipper. Um, what, really? So she wants custody of the baby and doesn't want him to be part of the baby's life. Is she trying to leave him? Well, I didn't feel that at all, but let's see. I mean, she could be using that as a big ploy, as a big drama to get some attention from him. Let's see. Mature man. Could be her dad. Could be another man she's interested in. Sudden wealth. weird. There's a lot of correspondence. What's going on? Like, he's thinking about her. Your brother thinks about her a lot. But maybe there's somebody else that has money that she's interested in, or somebody gave her some, like, put a little, put some kind of nugget in her head, like, oh, if you did this, then you could, get money or something. Like somebody gave her some advice or something that, so since she had the baby, my brother keeps trying to be a part of the baby's life and she pushes him away. That's terrible. Well, here it's the woman that has concern, and here it's the woman with the letter, and there's something else going on that you may not see yet. It's playing out. He's thinking about her, and your brother may be the mature man here, and because I think your brother's the one that's going to win out in this situation. Let's see what's going to happen to your brother. Marriage. So they're not officially married. They could get married. That'd be crazy, right? Also, if they're, common law married, he could have some rights because of being common law married. I don't know. I don't feel like this is over for them. I feel like, I don't know why she's acting this way, but I feel like this isn't lasting, whatever this situation. I think they might be coming together again. I think they might end up getting married. So I feel like her mom and auntie are the ones that are putting things in her head. That's kind of probably what's going on. People are feeding her with some crazy thoughts and ideas. But I feel like if she went with what like her energy, like her inclination, I think she wants to stay with your brother and make things okay with him. That's what I'm feeling. Like, something's going on with money here. I don't know, like, is somebody telling her she could get money if she does something? I think it would be better if she married him. And that would be better for her and the baby, long-term energy. But somebody might be thinking in a greedy way. But also, like, your brother could actually get some kind of, and maybe your brother gets some kind of unexpected income that makes her change her mind. And she's like, oh, never mind. I think you're an awesome person. Look at you now that you're rich, I don't know. I'm not getting the energy that you're telling me. I'm not really getting breakup energy at all. I'm not getting stealing visitation right, stealing that away. I'm not getting false people even. All I'm getting is these kind of secret messages, right? Secret messages and secret thoughts, just thoughts. But overall, like some really good lucky energy. The coffin could represent an end, like there's this idea of an ending, but the clover is not letting it end. It's like, or if it ends, it's going to end in a positive way for your brother's sake. Because the only concerned people here is the woman. But it does looks like they're gonna get married. I don't know. It just seems so strange. So we'll look, maybe we'll keep looking into this because the energy of it right now is really wonky. It's like there's no like there's multiple lanes happening right now. Like this is what I've been noticing with the energy. It's kind of like a tree branch, you know, and there's so many avenues and paths. Sometimes when something happens, there's a real clear lit up line, you know, that's just like a very strong line that's going to be the energy that happens. But sometimes there's so many different paths and I don't know, like the stars effect and decisions and all these different freedom of choice. It feels so like it just sometimes it's hard to know which way it's going right now. This is not a breakup is not really the path forward. It seems like marriage is the path forward. So we'll see. We'll keep looking. You know, as much as you want me to look into this, I will look into it. But just, you know, pray for them and have faith because I feel like it's not so scary as it seems on the outside. My brother has always wanted marriage like mine's, and he thought, well, she was the one. I did too. But now he's confused. You know what she might have? Oh, the coffin could mean that that she has postpartum depression, or I don't know how old the baby is, but she may not be completely in her right mind. You know what I mean? So maybe she starts to feel better and sees things differently. That's a biggie too. That changes the what path you go on is drugs, alcohol, outside influences, mental health issues, other health issues can all often affect, you know, those choices, those lines. So you're welcome. Sorry, I wish I could have been a little more helpful, but I feel like I feel like there's an optimism to it. So hopefully that makes you feel better. Like, I know you love your brother and you want him to be happy. So even if he doesn't get the girl, I think he might get some money. Like somebody's winning money and it looked like it was on your brother's side. So, but I know he wants the girl. I think they're going to get married. All right. Yes, tap, 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 tap the phone and give me some hearts, y'all. I like those hearts. Hi, Shika. Thank you for being a new subscriber. Welcome. Welcome to the Sparkles of Light. So I'm going to do Divine Goddesses reading and then anybody free? Anybody who wants a freebie, maybe I'll be able to squeeze it in. But for freebies, I need you to be here to ask me a question. So, Divine Goddess says, hello, lovely cherry. I was about to say chariot. Hello, lovely cherry. Spirit messages for me, whatever I'm meant to hear, and see if we can get message from my person. Pisces, I expressed him that we should communicate more, and he wants to travel with me. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and start with, oh yes, I want to do this one for you. What we did Tuesday, we did love stuff. So I'm gonna do this for you to start off with from your Pisces, and we're gonna go each section by section and see if there's any messages. Right? Then Chariot came up because of that. Hi, Chariot. All right. So the red ones are kind of like, well, they're sort of loving ones. I don't know what that. Okay. Anyway, let's see. Anything from the red section for Divine Goddess from Pisces. Missing you. I miss you. I wish things were different. Okay. Anything from the white ones? Oh, will you listen? There's so many things I want to say to you, but will you hear me all the way out? Will you believe me? So communication, goes two ways. It's speaking and listening. So I guess he just wants to say stuff to you and he wants to know that you'll hear him. All right, let's see what from the purple ones. Night. He said he is missing me and woke up middle of the night thinking about me. Aw, but he talks very less, like we are not those couple who would be up on the phone for long hours chatting. That's typical. That happens a lot. So all right, we got others' opinions. I feel bound by my culture and my family's beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from my limiting myself based on their beliefs. That's interesting. That's interesting. So there's some things that he may want to talk to you about, but like maybe he's not sure like how to explain it. And anyway, so let's see what else. I mean, maybe he's easily influenced by different people, his friends, his family, whatever. Finding myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space. Okay. All right, let's see anything from the pink. You're my favorite. You're the person I want to call when something good or bad happens. The first thought when I have news to share. You're my person. I mean, you guys are connected and linked. Oh, you got twin flame on the bottom too. And so I'll take it. You activated my soul to find my true purpose and destiny in life. You helped me heal in ways no one else could. Thank you for finding me again this time around. So, I mean, the space could be just about him dealing with family, thinking about himself and the things that he wants to accomplish in life and stuff like that. Being the best man for you, like especially when people have, big future goals like marriage and things like that, they start to think about, what they can provide and stuff. So it could be what's going on with him. Let's see what else. I'm going to get one more message. Where's that deck? There we go. Oh. Kissed his forehead. That's nice. This might be a little bit higher, his higher self talking here. I've made up my mind. You're the one. I don't want to waste any more time. So I feel like after he's spent some time finding himself, you know, he may realize, aha, da da da, you're the one. So I just want to make sure I'm like really clear and ready to go. So he's saying, you know, maybe he's sorry for the silence. Maybe he's sorry for not stepping up sooner. But anyway, I'm sorry for not stepping up. I was scared, but I know I must release that fear. You have the key to my heart. The moment I saw you, I knew you were my angel. All right. Well, that's very nice. Don't worry about that. You know, let's see. I'm going to get... I got all my cards like in a pile over there because I was about to do my love reading and I didn't get to it. So let's see, how's he feeling about you, about himself, or about the relationship? Ah! He's certain. Without a doubt, you are the one for me, my other half. Will you marry me? So, I don't know. He's working on it. Like, what is he doing? He's trying to get some money so he buy you the nicest ring. He's working on it. Okay. Let's see what's next in love for you. Okay, so, you know, going out on a date, he's going to be very loving towards you, acts of service. You know, you might go skating together or whatever, but his actions, he will show you how he feels. His actions will speak louder than words. And if you're worried a little bit that he doesn't talk too much, he's more of an action, showing you how he loves you through his actions more than his words. But he, you know, I think he'll know. Maybe you guys can discuss what your love languages are. You can say, hey Pisces, like, by the way, I'm curious, what do you hear the love, if you have you heard of love languages? And if he says no, then say, well, here they are. Love languages are acts of service, quality time, words of affirmation, gift giving, physical touch. Which one do you think you are which is your most important love language? And then, you know, he'll think about it and he'll be like, all of them, or most guys say all of them. But, you know, you say, well, which one would you like from me the most? You know, which, and so, you know, he'll make his choice or whatever the top one is. And then you can tell him what yours is. And then y'all can see how close they are. Or you can talk about your top three and see how close each of those are, and see if you need it. So like, say for example, your love language is words of affirmation, let's say. And let's say his love language is acts of service. You can say, well, I think acts of service are awesome, but I just want you to know my top love language is words of affirmation. So I really, really love it when you tell me stuff, you know, that it just really fills my heart and makes me feel awesome. And you do that, and it's amazing when you do that. So reinforce the positive always, you know. Don't like criticize what he doesn't do. Reinforce the good things that he does, right? And say, and I will be sure to, if you would you like to see more acts of service from me, or what kind of love language would you like to see from me? And he'll say, well, I like to give acts of service, but I like to receive physical touch or something like that. And then you'll be like, cool, you know, be sure to kiss your head more often. You know, stuff like that. All right, so let's see, what does Spirit want to say to you? Yeah, an acts of well, physical touch plus some words of affirmation would be nice. A combination like kissing my head and saying "pretty, pretty princess." I'll be like, okay, I'm eating all that up. But to me, honestly, to me, quality time is my top one. And so that's why long distance relationship doesn't work for me, because my two top love languages are physical touch and quality time. So yeah. I mean, I can do remote touching, you know. I can do remote touching. I can feel a person. I'm so good at feeling people. I can visualize, I can see things, and I can do quality time even at a distance. But both parties have to make the effort for that to happen. And long distance makes people lazy, let's put it that way. And you get busy with your life and you forget about putting effort into a relationship. It's hard enough to put effort into a relationship when they're like when you live with somebody, but it's harder still when there's distance, because you know you it becomes lower on the priority list, and that's just what happens sometimes in long distance. It's a shame, but it seems to be what happens. Therefore, I don't like long distance relationships. Yeah, I would like it if it was a chance to be fun with somebody, to be creative, to try new things. But it's a two-way street. Can't be just one person's ideas. Has to be both people. All right. Ah, yes. But we don't have any option as of now. I understand. He is 1,000 miles away. He had to. He's working in a different country. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, I know. It happens. So is my Pisces. He's in a different country. All right, so you have a message from you're the queen. You're divine goddess. You're the queen. You're gracious, practical, and capable. This is kind of like, well, that's good. Yeah. And make the trips the best adventures, you know, you could possibly have. I mean, if it was really fun. But yeah, had so much fun. So much fun. So the queen of earth is like the queen of queens. She's a great mother, she's a great lover, she's wife material. I think he sees you as this. And it's not just, and also you know, money coming in, like good with money. You're going to get that money that you're saved, you know, you're going to have plenty money to go on trips and stuff. And the queen of earth is also marriage material and also an entrepreneur. Like you're so capable of doing a lot on your own. You don't really need a partner, but at the same time, life is so much sweeter for you when you can travel with a companion, right? When you can go places with someone and then be the witness to, you know, somebody who sees what you see, and somebody who can, you know, that can understand how you feel about something when you're looking at it and you're experiencing it. That's what's beautiful about life and marriage, and being with somebody in that respect, having a partner, being able to witness things together and experience it and enjoy it. Hiking, forest, beaches. I texted him just now. Miss waking up to your face first thing in the morning. Oh, that's nice. So, Miss Queen of Earth, you can make a difference. You have an amazing ability to take care of others and at the same time create great abundance. Your entrepreneurial ideas are destined to succeed. Be creative, be innovative. This is the time for you to branch out and follow your heart when it comes to your career and life purpose. At the same time, remember to leave quiet moments in your life for people who mean the most to you. So, Spirit is saying you can do so much, and you can, you know, you're going to be full of abundance and full of amazing things. And I just also see like it's saying make room for, or make time and make room for your Pisces. But I feel like you're going to be able to do that without even thinking about it. It's coming naturally to you. So you're very open-hearted and nurturing, all of these beautiful qualities. He just loves being around you. He loves your personality so much. And for your own benefit, you might like to try a massage or some Reiki healing or go to a spa. Like I think Spirit is saying you need a little TLC, tender loving care for yourself. You know, go enjoy some physical touch, some kind of relaxation therapy or something like that. The angels are saying it's all about balance right now. Yes, we know how excited you are for the future, and we're aware of your amazing talents. We also know how much those you love mean to you. You want to take on the world? Well, go for it. Just remember to leave time for family and friends. There you go. So just keep all that good balancing, you know, make sure you take care of your health and get exercise and eat good and do all of those things and be in nature, because that's kind of like your spot. That's where you feel the best. So what else? Anything else? I think that covers it. You did get a massage? Nice. You see, you're doing everything right for yourself. You are. And you're also reaching out and giving words of affirmation, so that's really nice. And guys like it a lot more than they admit to it, those words of affirmations. They do. Oh, you want some charms? Let's get some charms. I'm going for travel to spiritual place and farm, organic farm. Nice. Haha, I wonder if he will be telling me that in coming time that I need to give him more time. Well, don't know. I think he's already experiencing that right now. So look, you got a lot of words here. Together, peace, precious time together. Need. This listen is coming out 2 times. He want something you're not, you know, don't be all talk and no listening. You got to listen to him too. And that's always good when and comes out. That means you're going to be a couple. You know, Mr. and Mrs. so and so. And he and girl and cute. Oh, look at all of these words of affirmations he's sending you. You have a key to each other's heart. You have the snowman of joy. So really focus on every moment and make every moment precious and count. Full of abundance and fame and acclaim. The pineal gland is activating here. Your pineal gland. Look at this. That is a miracle coming through. And faith. Have faith in miracles. You have the number 3. Oh, you got a amethyst. And you have who's that? Saint Cecilia, the patron saint of music. And then you have in the eggs, you have and that's the twin flame symbol. You have practical Virgo, and you have the cornucopia, abundance. It's important to cut some things, but keep other things. With the amethyst, I'm feeling it. That's the stone used for February. So I feel like February is going to be an interesting, cool month for you. Okay, and so I'm experiencing that from his side, actually, right? I told him that we should communicate more. I claim the miracles. Okay, so instead of saying it like that, we should communicate more, because that he may take that as a criticism, like you're not communicating with me. He may take it that way. So that's why I mentioned bringing up what your love language is, because that's a nicer way of saying, I would like to hear words of affirmation from you. In other words, make it in an I statement. It's not saying you're not communicating with me. It's saying I am wanting communication from you. I want to hear your words. You see what I'm saying? So it's putting it back on you. Like you're the one that needs something. And you would like him to provide it because he's your favorite person to give it to you. You know what I mean? So that's why it's better to word it that way, so they don't take it as a criticism. Okay. Very good. Yeah, Oh, that's right. You said February. So that's going to be a especially good month for you, for you spiritually. Well, he may not have, but sometimes guys do, and sometimes the girls do. I don't know, but he may not have taken it that way. You just never know. Sometimes that's the way. That's what happens. But also, like, if you both know how you speak, but he also wants you to listen, because he said that twice. So I don't know, like if he's saying something that you didn't hear, he wants you to really listen to his words. Another thing is, I hope he didn't take it like that. I think sometimes my communication goes bonkers. I'm just too much straightforward. I don't think so. That's good. I think so. That's a good thing. So nothing wrong with you. No. Don't put yourself down for that. I'm like, being honest is great. Being straightforward is great. So you don't, and don't try to like change just to make him feel better. Of course, I'm not saying that either. And I'm, honestly, you don't need to do these things in any specific way, but every once in a while, if you feel like maybe you want to try a different approach to see what happens, then you can try different approach. But I'm not saying you should change your style of communication just because maybe, you don't want to be unnatural, you want to be yourself, right? But I also think there's nothing wrong with trying different ways of doing things every once in a while, just to see what happens. Also, what was I gonna say? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, and the listening. Oh, okay, that's what I was gonna say. So he may be a man of few words, right? So what if, let's just take this deck. I'm gonna give you one little bonus thing. Okay, what if we just took this? What if he told you in a few minutes, like what if he just told you, Divine Goddess, you make me feel alive. All right? So it's a very short statement, and we would take it and we'd be like, yay, thanks. That's so great. No, he wants you to look at each word very carefully and really absorb it. like the snowman that's about to melt, and enjoy it before it melts, because you may never find another snowman as cute and powerful or a phrase as beautiful. So separate each word very carefully and let it sink in and feel it, every syllable. You make me feel alive! Exclamation point. You know, if you really break it down, you're like, wow, those are some powerful words. I make a difference to him just by being near him. He feels so, his like, it's like his sacral chakra is stimulated. It's like the energy is heightened because I'm here with him. So if you take a short little sentence that he might say, and you hold it really, and you really not analyze it, but you just like really let it sink in, then the amount of words that he says to you may not be as important as what he says to you, right? So that might be what he's trying to say by, are you listening? Because maybe I'm not saying a lot to you. Another, also, like, look at that reading that we just had. A lot of good cards came out, and the card that says, will you marry me, you are the one. But you're still, at the end of this reading, you're still saying, but I wish you would talk to me some more. You know what I mean? So it's almost like you didn't hear the whole reading if you're still asking the same question. You know what I mean? So like, really let the reading sink in. Play it again tonight, this reading. Like, listen to it over and over, especially the cards that had the message cards. And like, really sink in those messages to you and hold them to your heart, because that is like him reaching out to you. It may not be a bunch of uh it's more like an owl instead of a bird. The bird is jibber jabber, it's small talk, it's gossip, it's blah 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 blah. The owl speaks deep and intelligent and from the heart, and says profound things, things that you hold on to longer. So that may be his way of speaking. All right, there you go. Yeah, exactly, a whole story. All right, there you go. Even if there's not, create the story for yourself, because there's no harm done. All you do is you're just elevating your energy by making this amazing story behind the words, you know. And only do it to the nice things that he says. The not so nice things, just throw those away. They didn't mean anything. Only the really amazing things he says, like, hold on to them so tightly. Anyway, there you go. Hope that makes sense. Well, all right, everybody. I don't know if there's anybody who wanted a free reading, but I think it's 2 hours is up and it's time for me to go. And I thank you, those of you who came tonight. And I enjoyed my time with you. And you're welcome so much, Divine Goddess. And you know where to find me if you need a private reading. You can reach out. You can still get the quadrant reading. The quadrant reading is this one. This one is separated by the 4 different sections, times periods of the year: January, February, March, April, May, and June, and July, August, September, October, November, December, and then a special message in the middle. And this is where I sprinkle your charms for the year. But that will be a horizontal reading, but a vertical reading, if you would like, is this one. So we can also order this one, a monthly rectangular charm reading for the year of 2025. So you guys just let me know, email me if you want something like that. I've been getting a lot of feedback on that and everybody's enjoying those. And so coming up soon, I will be getting out your January and your 2025 predictions and a love message. So I'm going to try to get all that done before the 30th, but we'll see how much I can get done. I'm going to try to get a bunch done tomorrow. And yes, and until then, faith, trust, and pixie dust. I love you. hit the like button, tap the bell, click things for notifications, email me, and follow. And okay, you like the horizontal? Okay. All right, and see you guys next time. Faith, trust, and pixie dust.